Hey, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co, and this is News and Week in Review, where we dive into a variety of news pieces, the videos we've covered this past week, the games we've covered this past week. We've added back the games I've played segment, and in fact, actually this week, despite being called News and Week in Review, there's not really much in the way of news this week. I try to only include things that I think are actually interesting. You can head on over to Board Game Wire. They always have a few articles there. I tend to search around BGG, general awareness, Facebook groups, all those usual things, and it's kind of boring as far as news goes. There's not a ton of new releases. We're heading into that end of year zone. This tends to be this way for the next few weeks. News, drama can always happen, but announcements and things, we're kind of past that phase. So expect a lighter few weeks in reviews, news and week in review videos over the next upcoming weeks. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and dive straight into the games I've played. This is a segment I used to have in the week in review, and I decided to bring it back, where I pick a few games, not all, but I pick a few games from the games I've played this week, and just talk a little bit about them. And I'm going to start with Irari. Irari is currently one of the games that's on my list of 35 games I've been trying to play this year. Early in the year, I did 3 videos of 35 games I wanted to table this year. I think I'm currently at around 25 or so, and I have a month left to go, so the good news is I gave myself some leeway. If I recall correctly, I said I wanted to get to at least 30 of those 35. Hey, let's be realistic. I'm not going to get to 35 because, things happen. Life happens. I can't get to all of them, but I wanted to get at least 30 of those 35 done, and I've gotten 25. I might try to get to 27, 28. I don't think I'm going to hit all 30 with everything else going on towards the last 4 weeks of the year, but I might. There is a small possibility. If I can get a Guest of Robin Hood play, that'll be another one. I'm optimistic about that one. I'm still optimistic about Undaunted 2200, maybe Rally Dirt. There's a few more that I could probably try to sneak in. I might be able to get to 30 if I have a really aggressive December. But with that said, Irari is one of the ones on the list, and I don't love it. Honestly, this 35 games played goal for myself has been really helpful. I found some real gems in there, and I found some games that I just don't need to play, that I'm just not as excited about as I was when I first put them on the list. Irari is just too basic. It's too straightforward. It's basically an abstract strategy game, very prettified, but not, if it was prettified and it was as good as others, sure, but it's not as good as others. It's totally fine. You will not be getting a dedicated review on this one because I'm not playing it a second time. Some of these games will be getting dedicated reviews, especially as I dive into them again. But Irari, you'll get my thoughts now, and you'll get my thoughts because I'm going to do a dedicated video giving my thoughts on all 35 games. So I'll give more thoughts then, but Irari was definitely a bust for me. I was really excited about that one. I held on to it for years, and it's kind of just okay. The 7.2 or whatever it is on BGG, that is a totally reasonable score. It's a solid 7.2. That's all it is. From there, we have Children of Morta. I've been playing through Children of Morta. That's a new game from Lucky Duck, or technically Lucky Duck's doing distribution. It was on crowdfunding. But overall, I've been enjoying that one so far. I do not think it's a keeper. Oh, it should have gone on my campaign game video. It didn't. I just did my campaign game Purge video. I just filmed it. It's going up this coming week. But I didn't put Children of Morta in there, and I should have because it's off to the side being played. Anyways, Children of Morta. I'm enjoying it right now. I do not think it's a keep forever game. I think I'm going to go through the arc of it. It's very simple, very easy to dive into, and I think I'm going to have fun with it and then move on from it, which is games don't have to be forever. Some games will be forever, some games will not. Children of Morta will definitely not be a forever game, but right now I'm definitely enjoying it. This boss fight is QR. This is another one that I just started, so review will come as I play it more. This is probably the best. That's too aggressive to say that. It's one of the better app-integrated board games I've played. Enjoying it a lot. It reminds me of what was it called again? There was a color monster game from Lucky Duck. Speaking of Lucky Duck, that I don't remember the name of it, but it reminds me of that. But they did a better job with Boss Fighters QR. I've only played the first 2 scenarios, so I need to play more into it. Again, I don't think it's an amazing, oh my gosh, wow game, but I think they did a really good job with it. It's accessible, it's fun, it's great for people who are trying to get into board games, it's great for families, it's fun to play solo. You're not supposed to play it solo, but you could play it solo. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying Boss Fighters QR. It is. I've played it both solo and with my kids so far. I haven't tried it with a game group. I don't know if I'd bother doing it as a game group. It's good, but I don't know. I think for me, my kids are, it's age appropriate for my kids that I think they can play it at a high enough level that I'm having fun with them. And then lastly, the Zenith. I played Zenith on VGA, and then I played it again, and then I played it again, and then I played it again, and now I'm going and buying a copy. I need to go online after this and buy a copy because I'm 8 plays deep, and I can't stop thinking about it. I really like Zenith, and my first play of it, I was ready to write it off. But I was okay, I'll play a second time, why not? And then the more I played it, the more I liked it. You will get a review on this one. I just need to go ahead and buy a copy first because I don't have a copy. I've only played it on VGA. There's a handful of games I've played on VGA and then, boom, bought a copy. Pirates of Maracaibo, Leaders, Zenith, BGA is costing me money, and I mean more than just the yearly membership fee. Those are some of the games I've played this past week, which brings us to the videos of the week. Videos of the week. We had on Sunday, we had a holiday gift guide video going up, this time early enough to be in time. Last year I did it like, way too late, which was fair. I got people being like, this is a little late, and I was like, that's right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But this time it's not late. This time it was early enough. So you can go ahead and check out a bunch of gifts. These are specifically meant to be, this video is generally structured to be something that will be good games for people who aren't necessarily hardcore gamers. If you're a hardcore gamer watching my videos, you can probably buy the games you want when you want. This is not meant as a, here's a gift, like, here's a video to give to someone else for my wish list, because you could put that together yourself. You don't need me for that. This is a recommendation of just good, accessible gateway games that, for the most part, are pretty affordable. They're pretty straightforward. They're fun to play. Lots of solid games in there. That's my holiday gift list on Sunday. On Monday, no, that was... Wait, when did I do my holiday gift list? I think the video order is wrong. No, Monday. Monday I did my channel support drive. This is the first one of a few videos that'll go up. There's going to be at least 3. There's going to be like that one that went up Monday, which is basically just say, hey, here's the situation. If you appreciate the videos I put up every month, I appreciate you supporting the channel financially as well. You don't have to. You being here is great, but it's that kind of general vibes. There will be another video mid-month going up covering... the giveaways I'll be doing in addition to that, meaning games I'll be giving away as part of a channel support drive, which is what I usually do. I'm just late to gathering them all together. And then there'll also be a final video where I announce the winners, as well as, of course, mentioning the channel support drive throughout the month. I mentioned it December. It's kind of the one time I mention these things. But if you're interested, if you're interested in supporting the channel, you can check that video out. Or you don't have to check the video out. There's links to Patreon and Ko-Fi in every single video description. Then there's on Friday? No. Wednesday? I think Wednesday. My 15 favorite crowdfunding games this year. These are crowdfunding games that I, for the most part, have played. I played like 14 of them. 14 of these are crowdfunding games that I've played, and just ranking them based on how much I enjoyed them. They're games that they're games that there's a mix of like things I already know, like expansions to stuff, and then new things to me. I know most of them, I've played them all, but there's a mix of new things and continuations of old things. But my number 1 was Calypso. Really enjoyed that one a lot, but there's a lot of solid games. Cascadia Alpine Lakes, that's kind of a remastered edition, or a new edition, a re-implementation, that's the word I'm looking for. But there's a lot of games the 16 games specifically are in that video, most of which I have played, and if you want my favorite crowdfunding games this year, that went up on Wednesday. And then on Friday, I did a conversation of how many do we need? It's a conversation specifically inspired by Everdell, but it's about Everdell, Zombicide, Wingspan, all those types of games. Whenever you have a continuation, more and more of a series, the question is how many do we need and how to do it well so that you don't burn through your audience. As much as I love Everdell, they're losing me on the yearly releases. It's just not exciting the way it used to be because they're coming out every single year. Then for the games we covered this past week, on Saturday we had Lovecraft Letter. This is my favorite Love Letter version so far, but I still wouldn't keep it except for the fact that my kids really enjoy it. My kids enjoy it, so I'm happy to play it, but it wouldn't be a game I keep myself. Then there was a Primal challenge gameplay, a Primal gameplay with the new content, so if you want to see the new Haunters, the Spearmaster and the drum person, I can't remember their names. If you want to check out gameplay with those, on the Flooded Wilds one. I think it's the Flooded Wilds map. But if you want to check that out, go ahead and check that out. It's Primal. It's amazing. The ending is, I've confirmed with the Primal team that the ending was legal. It was check. If you like Primal, the ending of that video is a lot. You don't even watch the whole video. Just fast forward to like the last 20 minutes or so. It's a Primal moment. It's a Primal moment. Then on Tuesday we had videos going up for Byzantion. I did a gameplay of Byzantion. If you want to check that out, there'll be a solo gameplay going up as well down the road at some point mid-campaign. Then there's also videos for Everdell, Everdell Emelin. There was a review for Everdell Emelin as well as a gameplay for Everdell Emelin. So if you want to see it in action or if you want to see my thoughts and opinions, both of those were on Tuesday. Then on Thursday, there were videos for Hood, T-Witches, and Naishi. Hood is currently on crowdfunding. It's an asymmetric game, very root adjacent while being more accessible, more straightforward. Very solid game. Really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you the reviews. Lovecraft Letter, I gave it 3.5 out of 5. Primal is always a 5 out of 5. This is a gameplay, though. Byzantion is not a review. This is a sponsored gameplay. And Everdell, I gave it a 5 out of 5. But additionally, I did a whole conversation. No. Did I? Yeah, I do. That's the conversation around. The conversation last of how many do we need? That's what went up. But basically, Everdell is a 5 out of 5, but a reluctant 5 out of 5 kind. Not reluctant, a non-excited 5 out of 5. If that makes sense. Hood was a 4 out of 5. Really enjoyed it. I think I prefer Root, but Hood is very solid. T-Witches unfortunately was a 3 for me. I was really excited for it initially when I first played it, but when I first played it, I played 2 rounds. When I played the whole game drags unfortunately, and trying to play it multiple times as well. As much as it gets a little faster, it's a game that drags, and it's a game that I don't want to play because of how long it is, but I do actually enjoy the what you're doing in the game. It's just that it's too long for what the game is. And then Naishi is one that I gave a, what did I give Naishi? I want to say I give Naishi a 3.5 out of 5, but I may have given it a 4. This is one of those games where it's tricky because I really enjoy Naishi. It's very, very solid, but I have lots of games that are this kind of puzzle, and I don't think Naishi is good enough to break into that mold. So regardless, check out the video for whether it's a 3.5 or a 4. I don't remember offhand. But either way, I definitely think Naishi is very good. It's just not one that I feel the need to keep, given how many games I have like that. That brings us to today. Today we're going to have a review going up for Logic and Lore. It's a 2-player deduction game, as well as Emberheart from Mind Clash Games. If you want to check out Emberheart, a worker placement dragon collecting game. And then next week we're going to have a few things going up. I'll have a PAX Unplugged games I played recap. This is not the PAX Unplugged haul, I did it already, but I did a video talking about the 20 or so games that I played at PAX Unplugged and my thoughts on them. Some of them are new, others are games I just happened to play at PAX Unplugged, but I get those out of the way early. And then we'll also have a campaign game purge going up. I usually do this in November, so I'm running a little late, but I did my campaign game purge video for the year is going up, where I get rid of more than half of the campaign games I have left. I'm finally really cutting down on which campaign games are allowed to live here and stay here, just given the constrictions on time. That's basically going up next week, which brings us to the games on the table. Games on the table, these are the games I hope to be playing this week. We have Maracaibo and Evacuation, which I have lined up for a game day today. Your today, my tomorrow. I have these lined up, so I hope to be playing these because it's in the works. Gwent, I hope to be playing tonight. Your yesterday, but my tonight over here. I hope to play this tonight. We shall see. I've wanted to play this one for a while. I honestly don't have super high hopes, but I am intrigued by it, so we'll see. We have 20 Strong Cloudspire, which if things go well, I'll be playing it in the next few hours, but I also haven't read the rules for it yet, so it's solo. It's just, I just made time for this afternoon. With my afternoon coffee, I am playing 20 Strong Cloudspire. We shall see if it happens, but that's the goal. And then we have Defenders of the Wild. This is the optimistic one. If I have a chance next week, I would love to play this one because I've been wanting to play it for a while. It's not the tricky part. Here's the tricky part. Like, this isn't the review copy. This is a game I bought. I'm happy to play it whenever. And so, like, when I have that weird juggling in my head, I have these different priorities at all times. So, like, this is not a review copy. It's also not one of the 35 games that I'm trying to play this year. Like, I have, like, 5 or 6 of those left. And I do have solo games in there. Like, I could be playing a solo game. So why am I learning a game that's not on my list of games to knock up at the end of the year? This is like the weird pressure, because like a review copy, like there's the pressure from the publisher. A sponsored content is the pressure from like you agreed to do something for, for a paycheck. And then there's like the internal pressure I have of 35 games I want to play this year, and I might play Defenders of the Wild over those. Listen, I can't always be doing things for work. I mean, that's not really work. It's internal pressure. Internal pressure is the worst kind of pressure. Anyways, we shall see. These 4 I'm very optimistic about. This one is a wild card. In any case, until next time, I'm Alex Radical from Board Game Co. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, I hope you have a good one.